Hello, I'm Sandra. You have been giving a lot for a long time, often without being noticed, often without being asked. And continuing like that takes something from you, even if you rarely name it. You kept things steady anyway. You held space when things could have fallen apart. And that kind of holding has weight. A quiet weight that builds over time. Especially when no one really sees it. No one asking you to stay strong. No one asking you to keep carrying. And yet you did. You carried more than your share. And that matters here. This is a place where that effort is allowed to land, where you do not need to keep holding, even if only for a little while. Rest does not have to be earned right now. It can simply happen without expectations, without needs placed on you, without being responsible for how everything turns out. You may notice a softening beginning, or maybe nothing changes at all. Both are welcome here. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to be available. You do not need to give more. Being here is already enough. Even if nothing seems to be happening. Even if no one else would notice. This moment still counts. You have done a great deal already. More than most people realize. And you do not need to justify that. You can pause without guilt, without checking on anyone else, without keeping yourself together for others. You have been strong for long enough. And strength does not need to be proven here. The world can keep moving without you for a moment. Nothing will fall apart because you stopped. You are not defined by how much you carry. You are not measured by effort. You are simply here. And that is enough for now. You can let yourself rest without needing to disappear, without needing to explain, just staying with yourself as you are. There is no rush to leave this space. Nothing waiting for you to fix. Nothing asking for your response. This moment does not require effort. It does not require care. It simply allows you to be here. You may notice how automatic it feels. To stay alert for others. Even in quiet moments like this. That habit formed for a reason. It helped things stay smooth. It helped people feel comfortable. It helped prevent things from breaking. That effort mattered. Even when it was not acknowledged. You can recognize it here. Without turning it into a lesson. Without turning it into a task. Just letting it be seen. You have been giving a lot. Sometimes more than you wanted to. Sometimes more than you noticed. There is no need to judge that now. It can simply be true. Right here. You are not being asked for anything. Not your energy. Not your attention. Not your understanding. You do not need to anticipate anyone. You do not need to prepare a response. The moment can hold itself. And if your mind keeps checking, that is allowed to. Nothing here needs correction. There is space for how you arrive. Even if you arrive tired, even if you arrive unsure, even if you arrive empty. Empty does not mean something is wrong. It can mean you have been full for too long, full of others' needs, full of unspoken responsibility. You can let that fullness soften without pushing it away, without fixing it, just letting it loosen. Little by little, you are allowed to take up this space without earning it, without explaining it. Your presence is enough. Even when you are not giving, even when you are not helping, even when you are not holding anything, you can rest here. In this not doing, in this not fixing, in this not carrying. And when this time feels complete, there is nothing you need to take with you. No insight you must remember. Only the sense that you were allowed to pause, allowed to stop giving for a moment, and that this was enough. I'm Sandra. Thank you for being here with me.